Hello everybody, I'm JayLeonardJ, and today we are checking out the Formula 51 by Catalinbread. Well, on the bench today is the brand new Foundation Overdrive from the cats at Catalinbread. For the uninitiated, the whole Foundation Overdrive thing is about getting a drive pedal that turns your amp into a different amp. And they have quite a few things that turn your amp into like a Marshall stack, the dirty little secret, the first one. And in this whole series, they've actually had two different Tweed amps from Fender. They had the Formula 55, which is the Tweed Deluxe. They've had the Formula 5F6, which is the Tweed Bassman. And now we have the Formula 51, which is the Tweed Champ. And looking at this thing, you can tell it immediately has more knobs than the Tweed Champ. The Tweed Champ only had a volume knob. This one has four. What we're going to do today is I got myself a Fender Telecaster with my J.M.A signature pickups and Stringjoy strings. I'm going to plug it into this Tone King Imperial, and we're going to plug this thing in and see if this can turn my little Tweed Deluxe sounding amp into a little 5-watt monster. Let's get to work. Well, we're all wired up and ready to go. Now, you could run this pedal at 9 to 18 volts. 9 is a little bit more like, small amp, gets a little bit woofy and growly and all that stuff. And 18 is a little bit tighter and more pristine, almost like an idealized idea of what a Tweed Champ should sound like. For me, it sounds the most like my particular Tweed Champ when I have it at 12 volts. So I'm actually running it right in the middle. It's a nice blend of tightness while still having a little bit of that raunchiness in there. So that's where I have it, 12 volts. We have knobs here. Gain is our Tweed Champ volume, so we'll put that at noon. We'll start with like a classic sound. This scoops the mids, so all the way down is the neutral setting, so we'll keep it there. And finally, we have sag, that little kind of sponginess and that little, crackling fall apart when you start really pushing it into it. Really good stuff. It gets crazy at 9 volts. Be careful though, a little goes a long way, so we'll turn up just a little bit. Let's hear what it does to my guitar amp on its own. And this is the Formula 51. You could hear that compression, that low mid kind of readiness. If you want to clear things out, you could dip out the mids just by turning this up a bit. And that is the Formula 51 by Catalinbread. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. Check out the links in the description below. And if you want to hear my review on the Formula 51, check it out on Patreon. I do all my reviews on Patreon, sponsored by the Patreon supporters, and all my demos and tutorials, all the other stuff I do, it's right here on YouTube. Now, my question for the subscribers today is, if you could get any amplifier in the world, shrink it into a pedal so that way you can have that sound no matter where you go, anytime you want, what would that amp be? Write it in the comment section below. That being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.